Farming is a hot issue this week as the International Agricultural Fair continues here in Paris. Germany is already Europe's export champion, and now it looks set to lead in agriculture as well. Well, this year exports doubled to just over 65 billion euros in a decade, a figure that leaves France trailing far behind. Our team have been visiting one industrial mega farm in the German countryside. Here's their report.
Reinhard Schlipper comes from a small farming family. After settling in East Germany after the fall of the wall, he found out about the larger farms that were a legacy of communism. Today he runs one of these cooperatives in the state of Brandenburg, and his tasks include the monitoring of the dairy production. Twice a day, 600 cows are milked in rotation in order to produce 17 tons of milk.
Before I moved to the area, I didn't think that something like that could work. But if it works in industry, why not in agriculture? We used to have blacksmiths in every village. Now we have steel mills. It's the same thing.
Agriculture cooperatives in the former GDR are plentiful. Here, animals and cereal production is distributed over several sites. We meet Matthias Busser a few kilometers away. He is in charge of the farming land. At the end of winter, they begin to prepare 2,200 hectares for land for seed, corn and cereals. It is a huge task that requires a big investment.
The huge technical cost is what forces us to expand. There has to be a certain amount of hectares. For example, we need to buy another one of these wheel loaders soon. They cost 120,000 euros each.
In Germany, subsidies depend mainly on the size of the farms. This benefits the heirs of the communist kolkhozes. But farmers also learn to diversify their activities to take advantage of investment incentives and the development of renewable energies. The price of the electricity generated by this solar panel is guaranteed for 20 years and allows for all-important fixed incomes. This stall houses the Charolais. It's the pride of Matthias Busser and Reinhard Schlipper, but only generates a small part of their income. The pressure of mass distribution today forces them to produce in high quantities.
Of course, the Germans like to eat and drink as much as anyone else, but they are often not prepared to pay much for it. That's affected production and also trade a bit. The abattoirs and dairies have to produce very cheaply.
As a result, Germany's exports doubled in 10 years to 65 billion euros in 2013. But this strategy has its drawbacks. The concentration of large agricultural farms in the east of the country and in Lower Saxony has led to numerous abuses. The intensive rearing of pigs and low wages in slaughterhouses regularly hits the headlines. And the industrialization of the sector has had adverse effects on the environment.
Many areas needed for agriculture have become unusable, which means we have less space for biodiversity. And at the same time, for example in the hills, we have a disastrous situation where businesses cannot survive.
Germany currently has 300,000 farms. According to the German Federation of Farmers, half of them will be gone in the next 10 years. Facing the steamroller of industrial agriculture, only the large ones have a chance to survive.
Well, time for a short break here on France 24. When we come back, Italy's youngest ever Prime Minister has been seeking support in Parliament. We'll find out about his ambitious plan to get the economy going. That's right after this. Stay with us.